Hi, Lee, it's Mr. O'Sullivan. Today we're going to look at Lesson 8-2 Delta Math Help on circumference and area of the circle. Just giving you the heads up. The questions might differ because if you look here, it says circumference and area of a circle, so you might not have area, you might have circumference and so forth. So I'm going to go through each of the skills that you're going to be assigned on your Delta Math, one of each question. That way, if you're like, you know what, I need to really see someone else other than Delta Math, then you can look at this. So question number 1. This deals with our circumference and area of a circle problems. The area of a circle is 64 pi feet squared. What is the circumference in feet? So I want to find out what my circumference is, but I know my area is 64 pi. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to write down area is equal to pi r squared. And I know that my area is 64 pi, and that's equal to pi r squared. So when I solve that equation, well, I'm also going to write down circumference equals 2 pi r. So I know I have my pi. I need to find out what r is. So I'm going to solve for r. So if I look over here, I notice that there's a pi in both sides of my equation, so I can actually just cancel them out. So I get 64 equals r squared. So the way to get rid of that square, I take the square root of both sides. Take the square root, so I get r is equal to 8. Now that I know r is equal to 8, I can plug back in. So I know circumference is equal to 2 times pi times 8. And it says leave your answer in terms of pi. So we're not going to type pi in our calculator. So I'm just going to type in 2 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So I get circumference is equal to 16 pi as my final answer. And that's it. Let's go on to the next question. Their circumference of a circle is 8 pi inches. Find its diameter in inches. So I know that the circumference formula is circumference equals 2 pi r, or circumference equals pi times your diameter. Since I want to solve for my diameter, I'm going to use this equation. So I know circumference equals pi times my diameter. I know my circumference is 8 pi. I'm just going to cancel out my pi, so I get 8 is my diameter. So my diameter is 8 inches. The radius of a circle is 12 inches. Find the area in terms of pi. So again, I'm not going to type pi in my calculator. We know our area formula is pi r squared. So, one second. So area equals pi r squared. We know our radius is 12. So area equals pi times 12 squared. Again, I'm leaving in terms of pi, so I'm just going to type this in my calculator. What's 12 times 12? 144. So area is equal to 144 pi. And that's your final answer. Okay, the diameter of a circle is 9 centimeters. Find its area to the nearest tenth. So I know my diameter is 9. So again, we know area is equal to pi r squared. But if you look, we have our diameter. We don't have our radius. So to find your radius, you take your diameter and you divide by 2. So we know our diameter is 9. So I'm going to do radius equals 9 divided by 2, which gives me 4.5. So everywhere I see an r, I'm going to plug in a 4.5. So area equals pi times 4.5 squared. And now I'm going to type it in my calculator. Because it doesn't say leave it in terms of pi, it says the nearest tenth, and I get area equals 63.61725124, but I want to round to the nearest tenth, so I go out 1, look over, for a floor, stay on the floor, so my final answer is 63.1. I mean 63.6, my apologies. So I get 63.6 centimeters squared. And that's it. If you have any questions, email myself or Ms. Colorindo.